Divine Mirror, and today I'm going to be talking to you about crystals and why they mean so much to me. And if you know me and you've been to my house, you'll know that I'm pretty crazy about crystals. I have crystal grids everywhere, and I have crystals that are in my cupboard which I take out when they resonate with me. So my previous video was about how to connect with your crystal. If you haven't already watched that, I definitely highly recommend checking it out, because if you're already starting to get into crystals, it can be a bit confusing as to know how to connect with them and how to work with them. But everything comes from the heart, effectively. So if you're connecting with anything in your reality, always start with the heart. Today I wanted to talk to you about how crystals helped me on my journey. So I had my awakening and started to get information through, but as we all know, the awakening journey is a continuous journey which keeps unraveling. There's no way that your brain could possibly fathom the expanse of the universe and how it all works all in one flash. And if that does happen, it can be very detrimental to the health of the person who's having the awakening. So I just started to have these ideas coming through, these like aha moments and these amazing epiphanies about how these greats, the greats like Leonardo da Vinci, William Blake, William Shakespeare, all these people who we still talk about to this day and quote their quotes, Nikola Tesla, all of these people had a message for us, and they were channeling a higher, greater truth. And they understood this, but in their day they couldn't possibly explain it the way that we explain it now. Or perhaps they weren't even given the same level of information because it wasn't the right time at that point in time. But if you look at their quotes, they are incredibly profound, and you start to realize the information and these energies have been coming throughout time. I started to understand what Jesus was talking about, coming from someone who's not at all religious. Yes, I was brought up Christian, but the only time I ever stepped foot inside of a church was when I had to go there occasionally for school, or once in a blue moon for a Christmas day. So starting to awaken to Jesus' message and understanding that message was really like, wow, what's going on with me? How am I suddenly so spiritual? And the main thing that I was doing was connecting with crystals. Now, crystals are actually mentioned in the Bible, and they're really, really revered, even way back then. But a lot of this information isn't always shared. So crystals started calling to me. I started going to meditation, group meditation, and they had little crystals there where I was going, and my heart started to flutter when I connected with a certain crystal that I was meant to be working with. And I really, really relied on these crystals, especially in the beginning. I was going through heartbreak. I was very confused. I was really struggling to ground. And of course, crystals are made of stone and Mother Earth, so brilliant for grounding. And I was really, really drawn to one of my favorite crystals, Amethyst. This is a really beautiful one. And I love how it's raw. So this is actually naturally, this is how it grows. And it's just been plucked out of the main chunk of the amethyst that would have been growing in the ground. But this is like an amethyst tooth almost. And I love the rawness of it. Now, amethyst is a beautiful stone for working with your third eye and opening your third eye. And during meditation, I was getting visions, but I really wanted to develop this intuition much deeper. And amethyst was one of the stones, one of the crystals that really, really helped me to bring more of that clarity into my life, to cleanse my aura, because the violet flame, the indigo and violet color of the amethyst is connected to the third ray, the violet ray, and this is one of the rays which is about purification, cleansing and clarity. So bringing all of that energy together, you have this perfect pocket of information and energy for you to work with. And I just wanted to show you a few of the amethysts that I'm selling. I can put up a photo afterwards so you can see. But they're just so incredible. And you will know which one is supposed to be working with you immediately. It will just be drawn to it. Whether it's your heart or a pull or a, oh my goodness, I need that, and knowing. And your one will be calling to you. And I truly believe that crystals are little beings in themselves. Everything that has an energy has a consciousness. And these beings know who they're meant to be working with. But it's a brilliant awakening crystal if you're at the beginning of your journey. And it is just such a gorgeous energy to work with. And make sure you cleanse them. I'll do a video on cleansing as well. But yeah, highly recommend Amethyst. I was also working with several others, especially for heartbreak. I would recommend green crystals like malachite. I also sell malachite. Green aventurine. What else have I got downstairs? One of the ones which I don't have but really, really helped me was stillbite. And I actually found myself walking from a meditation through JLT, and there was a beautiful crystal shop which unfortunately isn't there at the moment or anymore. And I just knew that I wanted to walk along by the water's edge, and I carried on walking. I didn't even know that this crystal shop existed at this point, and I was drawn to this light in one of the windows. I walked over, realised it was a spiritual kind of crystal shop. It looked as though it was closed. I didn't think I was going to be let in. No one was in there, but the door handle was open and it said open on the outside. So I walked in and I was drawn immediately to this necklace with this stillbite in it. And it's this beautiful peach stone, which is like almost like shards of crystal all compacted together. And I really didn't like the necklace that it was created in, and that's me being picky because I'm a jewellery designer. So I asked whether I could remove it from the necklace and just buy it as the raw stone. And honestly, that crystal really got me through some tough times. Just placing it on my heart, connecting to it. And once a crystal has done its job, it can very often get smashed without intention. And unfortunately I dropped it and it smashed into 3 pieces. I still have those 3 pieces. They're still beautiful in their own right. But yeah, it's good for you to know if you do drop a crystal or smash a crystal, it just means that it served its purpose. And if you don't want to hold on to it, the best place for it is to bury it in the ground with a blessing and an intention of what you want to manifest, almost as if it's a seed planted in the ground for you to manifest a new energy into your life. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm going to love you and leave you from my heart to yours. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.